Today's topic is going to be another Pro Havit keyboard, but this time we're going to talk about the TKL version. And since I didn't talk, I think quite a while about the TKL version, it's going to be quite interesting. First of all, the keyboard that we're going to talk about is Havit KB487L, and it has quite interesting keycap design, layout, and everything else. So first of all, let's take everything out of the box, see what we got inside here. Of course, apart from the keyboard, if we have some keycap remover or switch remover, if that's an option, and all the other necessary information. Now, apart from the keyboard, we get a keycap remover, which is quite handy as always. But here's the thing, it's not your standard TKL keyboard, because you have a numerical pad right here above, and this is really cool because they actually managed with this to have a, let's say, a full-size keyboard with a numerical pad. For some of you guys, this might be really cool because you're getting a smaller keyboard with a dedicated numerical pad. Then again, for some of you it might not be suitable because you're used to typing numbers like this quite easily and straightforward. But then again, we have a quite interesting keyboard in many ways. First of all, you have PBT keycaps, which are very durable, and you already know that. Quite colorful. I really like the color scheme going on, black, orange, and some sort of a creamy color on the middle keys, which is quite outstanding. Really looks nice. We have a Havit logo, which has edges, some sort of a silverish design, and it's right here beneath the arrow keys, so it's quite subtle, hidden, but you still know which brand it is. Now let's start with the bottom. At the bottom we have 4 rubber feet, and you can raise the legs to get a certain degree of angle for the keyboard, which is quite cool, and that's basically it what we have at the bottom. Now the cable is braided fully, so from the part of the keyboard to the end for your USB connectivity. It's quite nicely adjustable. Of course, the part from the factory to your table, it takes the shape when it's placed inside the box, but then again, it's nicely braided and you can straighten it out without any issues. Now we have 2 sets of multifunctional keys. We have the from F1 to F8, which basically gives you an option for multimedia keys. On F10, we have screw lock, then we have pause and print screen on F11 and F12. Now, as I said, it's quite interesting to have a numerical pad right here, and even though some of you might think, okay, because you're used to full-size keyboard and the numerical pad is basically quite close to the edges. This is also very handy and very straightforward, and you don't have to worry about accessing it because of the arrow keys. Cool thing is also because you have arrows on the numerical pad, you have home, page up, page down, and insert and delete. So basically you're almost not losing anything except for the size. We have Windows lock key, and also we have Ixion red switches. Now let's check out the sound of the switches, because they are red and we're already used to the sound of the red switches, but let's hear it again just in case these are different brand than Cherry MX Red or any other red switches. And definitely I really want to know how the typing feels on this keyboard. Okay, so standard sound from the red switches, there's nothing in particularly different than you're already used to. The typing is quite comfortable and really straightforward in terms of there's no extra actuation force needed to press compared to the other red switches. Now, what am I fascinated about here? The stabilizers are incredible in terms of the space bar doesn't wobble at all, as well as the space, as well as the shift and enter. So it's quite cool. The stabilizers are amazing. When I was testing the stabilizers to see actually in terms of wobbling and shakiness, you will actually press the key before it even wobbles. So this is really cool because it automatically starts going down towards the actuation instead of wobbling and doing some sort of movements that you might not like in a keyboard when it comes to mechanical keyboards. Now let's check out something else. Now here's the thing, we have the numerical part right here, right? And you don't know when it's working or not. Correct? Correct. So here's the catch. You press the FN button and you have the backspace right here, which actually says numerical lock. You press it and the numerical lock is on. It lights up. So this is the only part that actually lights up. Basically, in this kind of keyboard, you don't need an RGB lights, and the keycaps aren't see-through, so the lights won't do any effect. This is just an indication color, that indication light that gives you an idea if the numerical pad is actually on or off. So yeah, even the Windows gives you that notification on the screen. But the cool thing about this keyboard, so we have linear EXE red switches, which are outstanding, and I really love how you type on it, and it's really straightforward. There's nothing to talk about that. We have an outstanding actually 89 key layout, especially with the numerical pad, that really comes in handy for you guys that are already used to a full-size keyboard, but you don't want to use a full-size keyboard. It's kind of a two-way street, and this gives you ability to switch to a smaller size keyboard without losing the numerical pad, which is quite cool, I would say. Best thing about everything here, except for of course the PBT keycaps and the size and the color scheme and everything, the price of the keyboard is $45, and I circle it around, it's $44.99, but outstanding price for the switches, for the PBT keycaps, for the design. The layout is actually quite something different. So in all terms, I would definitely recommend this one because I'm quite satisfied. Everything is perfect. Switches, PBT keycaps, numerical pad, the size. Well, you already know that I prefer TKL keyboards over full size or 60% keyboards, but this one just has it all. So guys, I'll put the links below for you to check out the, well, you know the price already, to check out the keyboard and eventually buy it if you decide to do so. Don't forget to subscribe, click the like button for the Havit KB487L, and hit the notification bell for future content so you don't miss any. Thank you for watching today's video. See you next time in another one. Bye bye.